Hello everyone, my name is Poonam Soni, Assistant Professor at Biyani Group of Colleges. Today I am going to discuss a topic of programming in C on behalf of Guru KPO. So my topic is operators. I am continuing this with regard to the previous classes. As we know, whenever we are going to perform any calculation or any expression, we are using few operators and operands. So what is basically an operator and operands? For example, if I am writing A plus B, then the values on which I want to perform the operation are known as operands, and the operation, the symbol that is representing the operation is known as the operator, as can be seen in this example. In this as well, if I am performing any increment operation, then this operator will be used and operand will be the value. So basically we have three types of operators: unary, binary and ternary. What are unary operators? Unary operators are those which are taking only single operand as its input. For example, plus plus, it is a combination of two operators but it works individually. Plus plus, minus minus, unary minus, negation and many more. As we have seen in this example, plus plus A, what does it mean? We are incrementing the value of A and we are assigning that value to A itself. So it is working as A equal to A plus 1. So this is an example of unary operators. Now next category is of binary operators, that is almost seen in general examples. For example, A plus B, A minus B, A multiplied with B. If I am asking to add something to A, then the next question will be what will be added. So there are two operators in this operand. So these are the examples of binary. Now the third category is ternary, which is not generally common because we have not seen this in our basic arithmetic. This operators appears in only programming languages expressions. Ternary operator. Sometimes this is also known as conditional operators, and this operator in this operator we take three operands as the argument. This is again a combination of two operators. First is the colon and another one is the question mark. So let's see the examples for this. Now let's first see the examples of unary operators. So we are taking first as increment operator. Again, these increment operators are of two types. First is pre-increment, then it is post-increment. If the value of the variable is getting incremented before the use, then it is known as pre-increment, and if the value of the variable is getting incremented after being used, then this is known as post-increment. So first let's see the example of pre-increment. It will be like the operator will be preceded. The operator will be first and then the variable name. For example, plus plus A. We will first write the operator and then we will write the variable name. As we can see in this example, suppose we are taking a short example, integer, we have declared a variable A as integer and its value is 5. Then we have again declared a variable B, both are of integer types. So what will be the value of B after this statement? For example, the value of A we have denoted as 5 and B we have not given any value yet. Now after this statement, what will be done? As we can see, this is a pre-increment. First the value of A will be incremented because compiler will take this sentence as this statement as A equal to A plus 1. So the present value of A is what? It is 5. Plus 1 is what? 6. This value will be assigned to A. So the value of A will become 6. Now the 6 will be assigned to B. So the value of B will also become 6. When we will print the values of A and B, then the output will be 6, 6. So this is the very basic example of pre-increment. Now let's take the second category for increment operators, that is post-increment. In post-increment, the operator is preceded by the variable name. First we will write the variable name, for example A, and then we will write the operator, for example A plus plus. We can see this example as well. The same example is continued, but we have, instead of writing it in the form of pre, we have written it as post-increment. Int A equal to 5 and B. So the values for A B will remain empty as we have not initialized any value for B. Now in the next statement what we have done, we are assigning the post incremented value of A to B. So in this case the first the value will be used. What is the use? We are just assigning the value of A to B. So assign the present value of A to B. So it will be 5. Now after using that value we are going to increment the value of A. So the value of A will become 6 after executing this instruction. Now when we will print the values for A and B, the value of A will be 6 and the value of B will be 5. So we can see a clear difference between the pre and post increment. In pre increment we must always remember that first we are going to increment the value, then we are using it, and in the post first we are going to use the value, then we will increment the value. Now let's discuss the another type of unary operator, that is decrement operator. In this we are assigning the variable the value once it is decremented. These are again of two types, pre-decrement and post-decrement. It is almost similar to the increment operator. If we are preceding the variable with the operator, then this is the form of pre-decrement, and if we are preceding the variable name, then it will be post-decrement. The example, for example, we have taken the values as A equal to 5 and B. So the value of A, it will be 5. There will be no value for B. Now B will be equal to minus A. That is, first we need to decrement the A's value. So by decrementing it by 1, the value will become 4 and this value will be assigned to B. So the value of B will also become 4. When we will print it, the values will be printed as 4 and 4. But in case of post decrement, again we have taken A as 5 and B empty, nothing initialized. Then the value of B will be, first we will assign the current value of A to B. So what is the current value? 5. This we will assign to B, and after that we will decrement the value for A and it will become 4. So after executing this instruction, if we are going to print the values for A and B, then they will be like 4 and 5. So we can clearly see the difference. So in this way these increment and decrement operators work. Yes friends, if you like the video, then please don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe our Guru KPO channel. Thank you.